You ever have one of those nights where you think it's just another routine stop, nothing wild, nothing you'll even remember a week from now, and then it flips your whole world upside down? That's what happened out on King Street in Reston, Virginia, sun barely hanging on, everything golden and ordinary until the blue lights hit that black SUV, and all hell broke loose. Just not the way anybody expected. Officer Ryan Donnelly figured he'd seen it all. 10 years patrolling. He could practically write the script for how these stops go. Broken taillight, roll down the window, a little attitude maybe. But this time the glass dropped, and he's staring at a black woman, late 30s, those neat box braids, navy blazer, nothing out of place. Just this calm stillness like she's done this before. License and registration, please, he asks, and she hands it over, smooth as you like. Name's Talia Monroe. He looks at the ID, federal seal, photo, bunch of letters that don't spell out anything he knows. No FBI, no CIA. For a second he thinks, maybe it's a prank. Is this a joke? He mutters, but she just says, it's legitimate. Her face doesn't move. He asks what agency. She says she can't say. That makes his cop sense itch, so he radios in for backup. Nothing heavy, just in case. Two rookies roll up a few minutes later, all nerves and bravado. Step out of the car, please. She doesn't argue, just sighs, unbuckles, gets out. One rookie cuffs her, says it's protocol until they can verify. By now, a couple people are watching. Phones up, whispers in the crowd. Is she really getting arrested for a taillight? Someone asks. But the officers are doing their thing, not hearing it, not really seeing her at all. There's a little earpiece behind her ear, a fancy watch on her wrist, stuff that should set off alarms. But Ryan's just annoyed by how calm she is. Like she's waiting for something. He tries to get her talking. Where's home? Where you going? But all he gets is, you already know. He's getting frustrated. She's not scared, not sweating, just patient. That's when a teenager in a red hoodie yells, "Yo!" Y'all cuffing her for a broken light? And the crowd starts to grow, cameras everywhere, people pressing in. Still, Talia stands silent. Ryan checks with dispatch, still no match on the ID, nothing in the system. He's tense now. He asks one of the rookies, did you pat her down? The kid moves to do it, and she says quietly, I wouldn't do that. Not a threat, just a statement. Before anyone can react, two black SUVs screech up, no sirens, just pure urgency. For men in suits hop out like they've rehearsed this 100 times, badges flash, Federal Protective Service. She's in our custody, release her immediately. Ryan's trying to play it by the book, says they haven't confirmed her ID, but the tall agent says, you're about to turn this into a federal incident. Let her go. One whispers in the rookie's ear, and whatever he says turns the rookie pale as milk. Suddenly, everyone's nervous. They scan her ID with a weird little device. Green light. Beep. Confirmed. Now Ryan's pissed and confused. He's just trying to do his job, and now he's in the middle of some kind of spy movie. The tall agent leans in and says, you almost blew a year-long undercover op. She's been deep for months, tracking things you don't want to know about, and you just exposed her. Ryan's speechless. He's got no idea how close he came to disaster. Talia's freed, flexes her wrists. No drama, no anger. But one of the bystanders in the hoodie isn't filming. He's just watching. Talia spots him, whispers into her watch. Target acquired. The agents catch on, and the man in the hoodie bolts down an alley. One agent chases. There's a pop, some kind of non-lethal round. They drag him back, bleeding, cuffed, wire under his shirt. Tracker, not a mic. Talia breathes out. They were waiting for me. The stop was bait. Ryan's floored. She doesn't answer his questions directly, just glances at the rookie's radio, then walks away with the agents, cool as ice. Later that night, Talia walks right into the local precinct, all business. Internal audit, she says, flashes a badge, not for show. Ryan's in the break room. Hears she's there, can't believe it. She heads straight for the server room, unlocks it, downloads logs. She's not there to punish, just to trace who leaked her route. Ryan catches her in the hall, demands answers. She's not gentle. You nearly tanked a national security op. You didn't believe my ID because you didn't think someone like me could have it. He can't argue. That's when Deputy Chase Lawrence steps in. Stocky, shiny head, uniform perfect. He and Talia know each other from a job overseas. She says he vanished with a phone full of encrypted contacts. He says she left bodies behind. But Talia's ready. She pulls a recorder from her pocket and plays a recording. Chase leaking her route, selling her out. Chase laughs, tries to play it off, then lunges at Ryan. Talia just steps back, badge out. Chase Lorne, you're under arrest for treason, unauthorized collaboration, obstruction. Two officers tackle him. He's screaming threats, but she doesn't blink. She tells Chase, "You're just a decoy. Whoever set me up sent that man in the hoodie, but you gave them an old photo. You don't even know who you're working for." He goes pale. Back in the evidence room, Ryan watches as Talia opens a case full of maps, photos, surveillance. She's tracking a guy called Asher, freelance courier, dangerous as hell. She connects the dots. The real operation wasn't the stop. It was a data transfer happening somewhere else, and the arrest was just a distraction. Now it's a race. She and Ryan head for the maintenance tunnels beneath the city, chasing Asher and a city planner named Vexley, who's been compromised. The tunnels are cold, echoing, and tense. Real spy movie stuff. Asher's there, holding a silver case. "You're early," he says. Talia's not fazed. "You're sloppy," she fires back. Vexley steps out, gun drawn, sweating, says Talia's a legend. But she's not impressed. She calls them out. They're about to leak names, not just data. If that case gets out, agents die. Asher realizes he's been lied to, turns on Vexley, knocks him down, hands over the case. Talia grabs it, calls it in, and it's over in a rush. Gun clatters. Vexley is pinned. Asher surrenders. Talia looks at Ryan, says, "This was supposed to be routine. Now a city's gonna burn with questions." By dawn, the city's locked down. News hasn't broken yet, but it will. Talia faces the brass, gets grilled for breaking protocol, going rogue, but she's clear. "I stopped a classified breach, neutralized threats, recovered access keys." They can't argue. Outside, Ryan waits, apologizes for not seeing her for who she was. She tells him, "You made a bad call, but you didn't double down. That matters." As they leave, the sun slices the street. Across town, video of her being cuffed is already viral. Debates raging. Was it racism, bad policing, broken systems? The bigger question, how many like her never get a second chance? Chase is gone, locked away in Quantico. Vexley resigns. House empty before the press shows up. Asher's vanished, cooperating at some black site. Ryan goes back to work different, more careful, more awake. Talia's gone. New mission, new city. She drives alone, no GPS, her orders coming through coded channels. She thinks about Ryan's last question. Does this ever get easier? She never answered, but driving away, she whispers, "No. You just stop expecting it to." News flashes across her phone. Reston PD's got a new federal liaison. Ryan's face in the article, badge worn different now. She doesn't feel pride, exactly, but something close. She knows the real threat is always in the routine. The traffic stop, the ID check, those 5 seconds that change everything. She watches a little girl cross the street with her mom. Thinks about all the ways change sneaks in. Sometimes with cameras, sometimes with court cases, sometimes with a cop just thinking twice. Next time you see someone cuffed on the side of the road, ask yourself what story you're not seeing, what questions you should ask before judging. Maybe the biggest change comes from just pausing, listening, making space for a truth you didn't expect. That's the beginning of real justice. If you felt something from this story, tell us below. What would you have done? What's your idea of justice? The conversation starts here, and who knows who you might help next time.